with diversity, equity, and inclusion, that is such a big topic these days. For me, it's just been a way of a way that I operate. It's not something that I try to do. It's just as something that I prefer. I prefer a world. I prefer to work with a diverse group of people. I don't always like to just be with the people that know what I know or come from the same background that I do or might be the same race or whatever. I think that that is just limiting, and it is not indicative of the world we live in. And so to me, that's very sort of not really practical and or attractive to me. So I do love the fact that these people are from all these different backgrounds. And the great thing about that is we get to learn, we get to celebrate. If I'm next to someone who grew up in South America, or say they're Venezuelan or something, I don't know, but that are different from me, I get to learn about how they approach life and what their experiences are. And it's a win-win for all. And that's how I look at it. And when you see my company, or the Desmond and I's company, we celebrate the difference. So this is a terrible thing to say, and maybe I shouldn't say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's like we sometimes say this, and this is with the greatest amount of love and reverence, is that we say our company is a band of misfits. Now, we don't mean that in a derogatory way. We mean that in the most loving, beautiful, like, look at this treasure trove of what you just said, Jamie, which is body types, all of the differences that you mentioned. So that was a long way to say that, to answer your question about like what are some of the qualities that's where we are, right, Jamie?
Yeah.
For that I'm looking for in a dancer. I want to say a passion, and you can see that right away in the movement or not. The passion. There's also something to be said for a confidence in who they are. So even though, an audition setting is always nerve-wracking, for the dancers, it's nerve-wracking. There's no way about it. You're being looked at, you're being judged. But I think that a certain sort of confidence and an honesty, and that comes with, it's not always possible for young people to get there with these things that I'm naming in a list right now. To be confident, you ask, a young person to be confident, they're trying to get their first job. It's not easy. But I think that dancers have to audition more and more and more, and there's a skill. And I know that I'm sort of going into another area, but I'm just saying there's a skill to auditioning, and you have to do it. There's no substitute for repetition.